The weight of unspoken burdens can feel like an ocean pulling you under, where the silence is deafening and the light barely flickers. Sometimes the storm rages within, unseen by the world, a tempest of thoughts and emotions that threaten to dismantle everything you thought you knew. When the path ahead is shrouded in darkness and every step feels like a stumble, remember that even the faintest glimmer of hope can pierce the deepest night. The heart can carry a heavy load, a tapestry woven with threads of sorrow, doubt, and fear. Yet its resilience often surprises us. In the depths of despair, it's easy to lose sight of your own strength, to forget the battles you've already won. But those victories are your foundation. The feeling of being adrift, lost in a sea of uncertainty, can be overwhelming, but even in the vastness, there is a current that will guide you. When the world feels like it's crumbling around you, remember that even broken pieces can be rearranged into something beautiful and new. The internal struggle is a silent battle, fought in the depths of the soul, where the loudest cries are often unheard, yet they demand to be acknowledged. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is simply to acknowledge the pain, to allow yourself to feel the weight of the world without pretending it doesn't exist. The journey through darkness is not a linear path. There will be stumbles, detours, and moments of utter exhaustion, but each step is a testament to your strength. In the midst of chaos, find the quiet moments, the breaths that anchor you to the present, the whispers of hope that remind you of your worth. The feeling of being trapped in a cycle of negativity can be suffocating, but even the smallest shift in perspective can create a ripple of change. When the weight of the world feels unbearable, remember that you are not alone. There are others who have walked this path, and their stories can be a beacon of light. The internal landscape is a complex terrain filled with shadows and light, and navigating it requires patience, self-compassion, and unwavering belief in your ability to heal. Sometimes, the most profound growth comes from the darkest moments, where the seeds of resilience are planted in the fertile ground of pain. The feeling of being overwhelmed can be paralyzing, but even the smallest act of self-care can be a lifeline, a reminder that you are worthy of kindness. When the world feels cold and indifferent, find warmth in the small acts of kindness, the shared moments of humanity that remind you of your connection to others. The internal dialogue can be a relentless critic, but learning to silence the negative voices and amplify the positive ones is a powerful act of self-love. Sometimes, The greatest strength is found in vulnerability, in allowing yourself to be seen, to be heard, to be understood, even in your darkest moments. The feeling of being lost can be disorienting, but even in the absence of direction, there is an inner compass that will guide you towards your true north. When the weight of past experiences feels like an anchor, remember that you are not defined by your history. You are defined by your ability to rise above it. The journey of healing is not a destination, it's a process, a continuous unfolding, a series of steps forward, even when they feel small and insignificant. Sometimes, the greatest act of rebellion is to choose joy, to find moments of beauty and laughter amidst the chaos, to reclaim your right to happiness. The feeling of being misunderstood can be isolating, but remember that your truth is valid, your experiences are real, and your voice deserves to be heard. When the world feels like it's moving too fast, find stillness in the present moment, in the simple act of breathing, in the quiet observation of your surroundings. The internal struggle is a testament to your strength, a reminder that you are capable of weathering the storm, of emerging stronger and wiser. Sometimes, the greatest gift you can give yourself is permission to rest, to recharge, to nurture your soul, to prioritize your well-being. The feeling of being invisible can be crushing, but remember that your presence matters, your contributions are valuable, and your existence is significant. When the world feels like it's closing in, find solace in nature, in the vastness of the sky, in the grounding presence of the earth. The journey of self-discovery is a winding road, filled with unexpected turns and hidden paths, but it leads to a deeper understanding of who you are. Sometimes, the greatest act of self-compassion is to forgive yourself for your mistakes, to release the burden of guilt, to embrace your imperfections. The feeling of being trapped in a cycle of fear can be debilitating, but remember that courage is not the absence of fear, it's the willingness to face it. When the world feels like it's filled with negativity, find beauty in the small moments, in the kindness of strangers, in the resilience of the human spirit. The internal landscape is a reflection of your inner world, and cultivating a garden of positive thoughts and emotions is an act of self-care. Sometimes, the greatest strength is found in acceptance, in acknowledging the reality of your situation without judgment or resistance. The feeling of being overwhelmed can be a signal that you need to slow down, to simplify your life, to focus on what truly matters. When the world feels like it's too loud, find silence in solitude, in the quiet moments of introspection, in the stillness of your own mind. The journey of healing is a process of reclaiming your power, of rewriting your story, of creating a future that aligns with your true self. Sometimes, the greatest act of self-love is to set boundaries, to protect your energy, to prioritize your well-being, to say no when you need to. The feeling of being lost can be a catalyst for self-discovery, a chance to explore new paths, to redefine your purpose, to create a life that is authentically yours. When the world feels like it's falling apart, find strength in your inner resilience, in your ability to adapt, to overcome, to rebuild. The internal struggle is a reminder that you are human, that you are capable of feeling deeply, that you are worthy of compassion and understanding. Sometimes, the greatest gift you can give yourself is permission to grieve, to release the pain, to honor your emotions, to allow yourself to heal. The feeling of being invisible can be a call to action, a reminder to speak your truth, to share your story, to make your voice heard. When the world feels like it's too much, find solace in creativity, in expressing your emotions through art, music, writing, or any form of self-expression. The journey of self-acceptance is a process of embracing your flaws, of celebrating your strengths, of recognizing your inherent worth. Sometimes, the greatest act of courage is to ask for help, to reach out to others, to acknowledge your vulnerability, to allow yourself to be supported. The feeling of being trapped in a cycle of doubt can be a challenge to your self-belief, but remember that you are capable of achieving your dreams. When the world feels like it's filled with chaos, find peace in simplicity, in the quiet moments of gratitude, in the appreciation of the present moment. The internal landscape is a reflection of your inner strength, and cultivating a mindset of resilience is an act of empowerment. Sometimes, the greatest strength is found in surrender, in letting go of control, in trusting the process, in allowing life to unfold. The feeling of being overwhelmed can be a reminder to prioritize your mental health, to seek professional help, to invest in your well-being. When the world feels like it's too heavy, find lightness in laughter, in playfulness, in the joy of simple pleasures. The journey of self-love is a process of nurturing your inner child, of treating yourself with kindness, of believing in your worthiness. Sometimes, the greatest act of self-preservation is to distance yourself from negativity, to protect your energy, to surround yourself with positivity. The feeling of being lost can be a chance to redefine your values, to realign your priorities, to create a life that is meaningful to you. When the world feels like it's closing in, find freedom in self-expression, in authenticity, in being true to yourself. The internal struggle is a testament to your capacity for growth, a reminder that you are capable of transforming pain into strength. Sometimes, the greatest act of self-discovery is to embrace the unknown, to step outside your comfort zone, to explore new possibilities. The feeling of being inadequate can be a challenge to your self-esteem, but remember that you are worthy of love and acceptance, just as you are. When the world feels like it's filled with judgment, find refuge in self-acceptance, in the knowledge that your worth is not defined by others' opinions. The journey of healing is a process of reclaiming your voice, of speaking your truth, of setting boundaries, of advocating for your needs. Sometimes, the greatest act of self-care is to prioritize your mental and emotional health, to seek support, to invest in your well-being. The feeling of being trapped in a cycle of despair can be a signal to seek professional guidance, to explore therapeutic options, to find tools for healing. When the world feels like it's filled with chaos, find stability in routine, in structure, in the grounding presence of daily rituals. The internal landscape is a reflection of your inner strength, and cultivating a mindset of gratitude is an act of empowerment and resilience.